Art is the way through. Not the way out, but the way through it. It's coming up to my birthday soon, and I get really sad around this time. I find it such a difficult time, and honestly, that in itself feels selfish. Right now, this is where I'm at, and a lot comes up during this time about, like, being here. Like, my birthday is such a reminder of, like, I'm still alive, and I'm here, and I got through things, and maybe that's why it's such a big deal for me. It really just brings up what's been going on, and the past memories, learnings, failures, successes, friendships, relationships, and things that are going on internally. And every year brings that up for me, and I feel so much sadness and grief during this time. And I feel really grateful. I spoke to a friend, and she was saying to look back on pictures. And yeah, it's really made me think that just like New Year's and just like the solstice and all these other events, it can be such a time of reflection and thinking about what's been going on, what you want to come in, what you want to let go of. And I was usually during this time, it's such a trigger of like self-worth and of my relationship to love and feeling loved. And that can be so upsetting. But this year, what I found is really helping me is to like, and for the first time, this is the only thing that has ever worked, because up until now, I would literally just feel like I'm completely breaking down during this time. But I've kind of been letting my inner artist and my inner child take the lead, and really sitting with myself and being like, what do I actually want to do? Like, what would make me happy? And what I've been doing lately in general is just like allowing myself to explore different mediums and different art forms, letting myself essentially play. And that's exactly what I'm deciding to do. I'm going to go to a pottery class, and it's something that I've been wanting to try. And ever since making that decision and being like, ever since reflecting on what I want to do and making that decision, I feel a lot more content, and I feel a lot more hopeful for this birthday. I feel like creativity and art is really helping me through during this time. And I want to embrace play. I want to allow myself to play. And yeah, also I think just having loads of different tools now that I didn't have before on how to deal with things. And feeling like if something does come up and if I get really sad, it won't be the end of the world, and I can work through it. I can sit with myself through it, and I can parent myself. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I find birthday such an activating time of everything that was, and then the potential of everything that will be. And this idea of like existing and being a human on this earth, it makes me think a lot about like life, living, your purpose, meaning. And I think especially when you, at least for myself, since I've struggled with this idea of aliveness, it brings all that with it. Birthdays seem to bring all of that up with it. And I wrote something that I've been feeling lately. I've been feeling a death inside myself. A death of all that I have been, or I thought I was. And the grief sits in my throat. a tightness in the throat that holds the pain of years of fear, unspoken words, shame. It's a mixture of anger and sadness. I've been seeing this quote lately, and I can't find who it's by. The rebirth you are looking for isn't the death you're avoiding. I can feel the death underway. In fact, it's nearly here. I just need some final moments with all that was before I can welcome all that will be. And I find it so interesting, this grief inside as you're shifting into a new person, as you're evolving into somebody new. And I've been really feeling that I just need some final moments with my old self. She's gotten me through a lot, and she's been through a lot. And it's so important to know when it's time to say goodbye and to welcome something new. And yeah, I felt awkward and I didn't know if people wanted to be there at times, but we read from the Grimm's fairy tales, sat around the fire, shared cake, tried to find away from the rain, sat on blankets. You taught me what a real friend is. You asked me deeper questions than I was comfortable with. You opened my eyes to love and care instead of abandonment. You taught me how to be curious and ask questions. You taught me how much I value spending quality time over dinner tables and lighting candles to warm up the room. What a blessing. I forget I'm loved, and this day I was reminded. I'm seeing glimpses of a deep, meaningful life with loving relationships, something I could have only ever dreamed of. Show up for yourself first, and I think filter the type of people that you're willing to spend time with, and overall just put yourself out there and speak your truth. Tell people what you want and what you like and what you don't. I'm so grateful for the love that I felt, and it's filled up my heart to keep going for a long time, I think, and to see the deep, meaningful life that I can live. If you would have asked me where would I have seen myself in 5 or 10 years, I think a few years ago, it definitely wouldn't have been here, and I'm so grateful to see glimpses and moments of the type of life that makes it worth to be a human and to experience this life. I'm really grateful. So much can change in a year, and so much also stays the same. I've learned that it's important that as things change around you, that you're the constant, the rock that you can lean on. I've learned self-preservation. And what I mean by that is knowing how to take care of yourself, to do what feels right for you, and to leave the rest behind. We do not need anyone else's validation. It's nice to have the validation, of course, but we have all that we need inside of ourselves.